Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Nur Faiz Hakim, the chairman of Unity for Progress Corporation. I'm sure all of you have seen the notice, the meeting notice, which is supposed to happen today, okay, on the 7th of January 2025. So the meeting is currently attended by myself, my secretary, Mr. Wasim, two of the participants itself as Mr. Syed and Mr. Zulfirdaus. Okay, one of our participants, Ms. Sharifah, is currently on maternal leave, so apologies for her as she let her handle her children. As well, she is also a mother and she already applied for the leave, so it's fine for her. We can handle the meeting on our own. They will update her when she comes back. Okay, so our meeting is in regards to the supporting the SDG, so the No Poverty in Malaysia, based on the corporate social responsibility of 2025. So in regards to 17 sustainable development goals. So for our hindsight, it's in regards to no poverty, which in Malay, where we are is menghilangkan kemiskinan. Hopefully you get that. So we've already done the first meeting to decide the minutes on what has happened and on what we are supposed to do. Okay, all of us has been given a task and the delegation of it. So let us confirm the previous minutes with my secretary. So Mr. Wasim, you can go ahead.
Okay, before that, can everyone hear my voice? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, your voice is clear.
Okay, allow me. I would like to confirm the minutes from our last meeting. So for this, as we discussed, allocating 200,000 ringgit to support the poor, and also decided on donating money and daily needs in April 2025. So, from you guys, can I have a motion to approve these minutes? Any objection?
Yes, I motion to approve the previous minutes.
Okay.
And I second the motion of the previous minutes.
Okay, with all the
Okay.
approvals, let us move forward to sorry, you may proceed. All right, so with the previous minutes confirmed, okay, in regards to our two objectives, we have our agendas which have been delegated to every single one of us. Okay, so we'll go forward with the first one, which is under the jurisdiction of Mr. Wasim, in regards to the updates on proposed beneficiaries and logistics. So, since the first meeting, so what are the beneficiaries that you have gotten when you were proposing, and what are the logistics that can handle it? So please explain.
So, certainly, Mr. Ahmed. So, I've reached out several NGOs that might work with improvised communities, and then they expressed interest in collaborating with us and provided a list of potential beneficiaries that might benefit from our support. So the list will be, the first of all is low income household. So there's three main lists. So low income household. So there's approximately 490,000 households in Malaysia that live below national poverty line. So this is a big issue, indicating a need for financial assistance, and they also need social support program from us. Okay, the second one is children in poverty, was also a significant and a big issues in Malaysia. A significant portion of children was about 40% live in household below the poverty line. So making them critical beneficiaries for educational and nutritional support. And then the last one will be elderly who live individually. So many elderly individuals face economic hardships, and they also may require assistance with healthcare and social services. So By focusing on these groups, I think our cooperation can effectively contribute to reducing poverty in Malaysia and achieving SDG 1. So the list itself, I think I already sent it through everyone's email. Later on, you guys can check it out. I think that's all from me.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wasim. So I think there is no other issues with that. I believe your focus on that few beneficiaries that we can help is much better than having too many to handle. Okay, that's a step up from the first meeting. So alhamdulillah. All right. So we'll move on to the next agenda, which is the finalizing of the allocation of funds. Okay, previously during the first meeting, we were talking about what kind of funds that we have received. So it's actually sorry, the funds was 200,000 ringgit. So then there'll be, of course, be an allocation of that to different divisions that we have in aiding the people in regards to no poverty. So that will fall under the jurisdiction of Mr. Syed Mohammed. Can you help us? Can you explain to us the progress of your allocation?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So after I have researching and consulting with NGOs and local community leaders and reviewing the costs and essential needs, I propose the following allocation of the 200,000 ringgit. And I also have identified into four categories of essential items. So for the number one is food staples, which covers 40% of the funds in the total of 80,000 ringgit. So this will cover rice, flour, sugar, cooking oil, and other basic food items. We should prioritize long-lasting staples to ensure the sustainability of the donations. We can also negotiate bulk purchase rates to maximize the funds. So for the second, which covers on hygiene products, in a total of 60,000. So this allocation fund will include hygiene kits with soap, toothpaste, sanitary items, and disinfectants. So as we know, hygiene is an essential, especially for vulnerable communities. So it is to ensure health and well-being. So we will partner with trusted suppliers for affordable yet high quality products. And then third, on clothing and basic apparel, um, which it will cost around 40,000 ringgit. So this fund will go towards providing basic clothing specifically for children, women, and the elderly. So we will focus on durable and versatile items such as t-shirts, pants, socks, and undergarments. And last but not least, on contingency, which covers around 20,000 ringgit. So a portion, so these remaining funds should be set aside for unexpected expenses such as transportation, administrative costs, or additional items identified during the preparation phase. So this breakdown ensures we cover the essential needs and create a balance between food, hygiene, clothing, and other logistical requirements. So I think that's all from me.
All right, thank you, Mr. Syed. Okay, I believe Ms. Sharifah is also on your group in regards to the allocation. Okay, since there are food staples, hygiene products, and clothings, okay, not including the contingency or the emergency funds. Um, the allocations for I believe food staples and hygiene is on you, correct? While Ms.
Yes,
Sharifah handles the clothings.
yes, true. That is
Okay,
true.
so we'll get back to her when she comes back. Other than that, I have no problems with it. Okay, thank you for the update.
Okay,
All right,
thank
so
you.
now we will proceed with Mr. Zul Firdaus, his jurisdiction in regards to the discussion on essential daily needs for donations. So can we have your updates, please?
Okay. Before that, in my opinion, what we can do to get a donation on essential daily needs, is hosting a charity events such as a virtual or in-person fundraising dinner or charity run could be another way to raise funds. These events could feature local entertainment, food and auction items donated by businesses. The event could also serve as an opportunity to raise awareness about the initiative. In addition to monetary donations, we can also request in-kind contributions, for example, local supermarkets or wholesalers. Based on that, we have reached out to local supermarkets and wholesalers to request in-kind contributions. We are grateful to report that several have agreed to donate essential items such as rice, cooking oil, and hygiene products. These generous donations help reduce the amount of money we need to raise while ensuring that we can provide the necessary supplies to the communities in need. Through these combined efforts, we are on track to meet our fundraising target. That's all from me.
All right, thank you for the updates on your side, Mr. Zul. Anyone else has any other questions for his side of the delegation?
I think it's all clear.
Clear.
Okay, so we'll now move on to the next agenda, which is planning, distribution strategy, and community event. Okay, this falls under my jurisdiction, so I shall also update on what has been happening. Okay, since the first meeting, in regards to distribution strategy, okay, I have been in contact with some of my close friends and close colleagues as well, from previous workplace in regards to our distribution. So it could be we can actually use our own company's trucks moving in and out from different areas or point of interest. Okay, so like the similar examples that has been given by Mr. Zul for having a charity event and going through wholesalers. Sometimes we don't have to use much of their resources. Okay, we have our own resources as well. So we'll have our trucks gather the products from the wholesalers and the supermarkets which he has contacted and has agreed to help us. Okay, we have our own trucks, so let's just use the resources that we have on hand so as to also reduce the cost. Okay, but for our drivers, as per normal, they will get paid as per usual. So that one, we do not have any other issues. And in regards to community events, okay, I've reached out to a few of my like areas. Okay, so from where I live to town areas where we can have those community events where a lot of people would definitely come. Okay, it's not just the community centers, we can also include the ones at the mosque. Okay, because not for any discrimination nor any insultations, it's just that this is where usually the needs gather. Okay, the needies gather, and we do not want to be too imposing. We want them to feel welcome, okay, because we are there to help. As a community event, we must understand that a community event involves every single human being with a good heart to assist, whether it be poor, whether they be strong, whether they be weak. We are all together in this. In regards to distribution strategy, okay, I hope that for the allocations under Mr. Syed, that we will not use the funds from the money that was given to us, which is 200,000, right? So, like I said previously, with the trucks and then with our own manpower, if there are some that we can do on our own, we will do on our own, so as to reduce the cost of the usage. We will try not to use any of the money that was given for us to help the needy. We'll let that money, that 200,000, be for helping the people. Okay, we're not taking any of it. Okay, mashallah. All right, so I think the agenda is met. We have our duties, we have our delegation of work, and I believe there are some. Okay, in regards to any of the delegations that I have given out to all of you, does any of you have any matters arising? Like, did you hit any bumps when you were going through the when you're going through your work? Do you need any help? Do I need to intervene? Would you please speak up? Now, Mr. Wasim, on your side, in regards to proposed beneficiaries, is there a need for me to meet any of the managers or those who govern the area?
Okay. So regarding that, I actually encountered some of the hardship and some of issues regarding when I'm going to meet some of the NGOs, the local NGOs that work with us. But I think for now there's no problem, there's no issues. There's not a big deal and no big issues. They were actually giving us a big support and they having us as a family.
So that small hiccup is only when if there's a need for me to meet, would you please inform me as early as you can?
All right.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Mr. Chairman. Noted.
all right, so I will not disturb in regards to Mr. Syed Mohammed's allocation of funds, as I think he has that covered with Ms. Sharifah. Mr. Zul, do you have any other things that you may need from my side or any of our colleagues here that you may want some help from?
I think that's not what I need, and that's all from me.
All right. Okay, let's finalize this. So we have the allocations of funds already set by Mr. Syed. So that is clear. Okay, so what was confirmed was the food staples, clothing, and hygiene together with Ms. Sharifah. Okay, and he also ensured that we also have some emergency or contingency money just in case of any hiccups along the way. Okay. With Mr. Wasim also, he has already gone through meeting with the NGOs, and as such, if I were to need to jump in, he will call. And then Mr. Firdaus with his the discussion for daily needs of donation. All right, we will put that into consideration, as I believe the wholesalers and the market traders were kind enough to also provide their own resources. So I believe that's also a win in our situation. So yours may be cleared. It's just that we need to confirm what are the items that we will be receiving as a donation from the wholesalers themselves. Okay. Other than that, do we have any other businesses you like to bring up?
May I, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Wasim.
It wasn't a business actually, just a question, and I would like to gather all of you guys' opinions, especially you, Mr. Chairman. If it's sufficient, and if, do you think that it is sufficient? Do you guys think that it is sufficient that the and is it fixed the 200,000 ringgit funds allocation? Is it sufficient enough for us to help the beneficiaries list?
Good question. In regards to that, okay, we have Mr. Syed already handling the allocations of money, and then we also have a program where we also require donation. Okay, donation can either be the product itself or in such monetary terms. Okay, monetary, which is money. So let's clear the air a bit here. 200,000 may or may not be enough. We are unsure, because when we are given the beneficiaries of having so many people to help, it may or may not be enough. That's why we also have donations. Okay, donations that actually allow us to keep the project running. Okay, like I mentioned, we are trying to not touch the 200,000 for our own needs. Okay, for our own issues. This is entirely for the people themselves, for the people that needs it. Okay, for the project. So if by needs and by laws that we need to, if it is insufficient, Okay, we will try to rely a bit on the donation and also by company, as we have also been entrusted to do this project on our own. So when that bridge come across to the point when we don't have any insufficient, or we are reaching to the point of insufficient, inshallah there'll be another meeting be held and we will try to settle it as far as we can. All right. Is there anything else that needs to be said?
Sorry, Mr.
Very
Chairman, I would like to have I would like to give one suggestion regarding
Alright.
on our outreach efforts. So I think we could consider partnering with a local university to involve students as volunteers for our CSR program. So I think it will be a great way to engage the community and spread awareness about our SDG 1. Is is that okay?
So it's not just about cutting costs, right? It's just we're getting the students to help, right? Okay,
Yes.
sorry. It's a small joke. Yes, I think it's a good idea that we can actually partner with the universities as well. Okay, we have these young people helping out, and it actually gives us a bit more of a spotlight. Having the young ones go through and see the world how it is. Okay, when they leave the university, they will not know whether they have jobs, whether they also have issues. They will see it firsthand through our efforts, inshallah. Okay, so let me conclude this meeting. I believe, is there anything else? Anything else really? Okay, if there is none, I believe there is none. So we shall end this meeting here. Mr. Wasim, I would like you to prepare a minute, the minute for this meeting. And then you will send the email to all of us by the end of the day. And don't forget Miss Sharifa as well.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so I will end this session with Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for joining the meeting. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Oh.